Hey guys, today we're shooting a Ruger SR9c. Just picked it up a couple days ago. This is first chance I've had to actually shoot it. Couple things about it. I've put probably 80 rounds through it so far, and the first 10 rounds, I believe there was a metal pin that was in here that keeps this from sliding out. And it's not in there. I noticed when I was done shooting from the recoil on it, it had moved it down about a half an inch, quarter inch, something like that. And so I'm gonna have to, I'll probably just go to a hardware store and pick up a little pin that keep that in there. Right now it is unloaded. I don't know if you can see in there or not, but nothing in there. This gun has got a few safety features I like. I know some people don't like having the actual thumb safety on there. My kind of thought on that is if you don't want to use it, don't use it. For those of us that like it, use it. And you know, if you use it, you practice with it so that you're comfortable with it. The other part that I like is it does have like the double trigger where it can't go back unless you're pulling both of these triggers back. If you just pull on the side like I'm doing, you can't see it, but I'm just pulling to the side of it, it won't fire. It butts up against basically the actual hand grip of the gun. It won't let it go back, but once you compress that, it will fire. The other part I really like is the, see if you can see it here, the loaded when up right here. So when it's loaded, it actually sticks up. If you can see red, it can kill you. I really like that. It's a quick way to tell real fast if you've got one in the chamber. You know, always, of course, be careful, treat it like it is loaded. But I really like it. It's the first gun, that I've seen. I've been kind of out of the guns for a little while, and recently wanted to actually start carrying again. I've got my CCW license, and wanted to get something new. Read a bunch of reviews, and it was either going to be between the SR9c or the LC9. I think the one factor that I purchased the SR9c over the LC9 was because the trigger had so many good reviews. It is such an easy pull trigger. It just shoots well. Whereas the LC9, I've read that it's got the longer pull. It's a different setup on the trigger, and I've had a gun like that before that I didn't like, and so I got rid of it. So I didn't want to go that route again. I also liked it because in the other reviews I've seen, it seemed a little more accurate. And so what I'm going to do now is just going to shoot it here for you. Again, I've only put probably 80 rounds through it. I'm not real big into the handguns. This is probably my fourth handgun, and this one so far is a keeper. I've only had one time where it failed to, I want to say reload. I'm not sure what the correct term would be, but basically the trigger didn't snap back to fire. I'm just shooting, inexpensive, I call them Walmart bullets. It's what am I shooting? I think it's Winchester, the box of 100 that you get, whatever, 115 grain. The magazine that I'm using here is the 10 round. It also comes with a 17 round. I really like the finger grip extension here. For my hands, it just works out real nicely. So let's put a couple holes in this target and we'll go from there. Give you an idea where we're shooting from here. I am over by that middle tree, that big tree there. I'll pace it off. I'll tell you how many paces it is. I didn't measure it out feet wise. I'm not going to get that technical into it. Just kind of give you an idea of some shot placement. And again, I'm not certainly not a pro with a handgun. I'd like to get a little bit better, but let's give it a go. Before I walk back there, I'll show you safety again. On, off. On the other side, I don't want to point it that way because it does have a magazine in there now, but cock it back. See, that's up. I like it. Safety is up. All right, those first couple ones, I don't even know where they hit on this, but again, I'm just kind of starting out with the handguns, not real big into them, but I don't think that's too bad for not taking any I haven't really taken any handgun classes. I've always shot long guns, very comfortable with those, enjoy them, and I've really just gotten into the handguns and carrying and stuff like that. But I want to get proficient at shooting quickly, shot placement, all those important things when you're carrying a handgun. The other thing I'll say is the actual rounds I use when carrying it are the Hornaday Critical defense round. They were actually recommended by a guy at the gun shop, and they're kind of strange. It's almost like a rubber feeling tip in the hollow point, and I'm told that's supposed to not get jammed up. Some bullets, I guess, will get jammed up with like clothing or denim or whatever and not expand correctly for a hollow point, and so that's what they did to help it do that. It's supposed to actually expand when it enters tissue, I guess. But we'll fire off another 10 rounds. Probably take my time a little bit more, try accuracy more than quickly, and we'll see what we can do here. Okay, that is probably 12 paces. It's not a real far distance, but if you think about whatever it is, the distance between you and, let's say, a bad guy, something like that you would be trying to protect yourself from, it's going to be at a distance shorter than this. But man, what a nice shooting gun, really. I've also got a P22. I'll do kind of a review and compare them size-wise. I really like it. It's such an easy gun to conceal. I've also got I'm using a Blackhawk paddle holster where it can go on your belt, or it comes with a paddle adapter. I like using the paddle portion of it because I find that it doesn't let the gun want to twist, whereas if it's just hanging off your belt, I find that just the weight of the gun kind of wants to make it twist, and if it's twisting, then the handle of the gun goes out, and that makes an imprint on your shirt. I'm not a real big guy, and so it's pretty easy, I think, to tell when a skinnier person is carrying, because it will print so badly on their shirt. So that paddle really keeps it in. It's very nice to pull out. I'll show you here later in the video. I really like I like how it feels. It's comfortable. The other holster that I've used for it is a inside the waistband holster. It is just one of those inexpensive, not nylon material really, almost like neoprene, whatever, and it's actually pretty comfortable. It's the only thing that I don't care for a whole lot. It's got a Velcro strap that goes behind it. I'd rather use like a snap, something like that, but it works well. I can get it out quickly. So far though, yeah, it lost that little pin. It's had one time where the trigger hasn't come all the way back, but that is in the first 100 rounds. I took it apart before shooting it. I've read some people take them apart and clean all the grease out of them. I didn't clean all the grease out. I took out what I thought was probably a little more than what it should have, what it comes from factory with. I like it. It comes apart easily. I'll show you how to get it apart. But I didn't make any adjustments on the sight. I mean, that's the way it came from the factory. I really like the way this thing shoots. It makes me look like a pretty decent handgun guy, but I think honestly it just makes anybody look like a pretty decent handgun guy. I'm surprised, really even how accurate it is. I believe, I'll have to check it, but I think it's got like a 3.5-inch barrel, which, yeah, that's not real long, but apparently it's long enough. Let's take a look at some other stuff with it. Okay, here's another gun for comparison here. You've got your Ruger SR9c, unloaded, see in there, nothing in it, no magazine. This is the 10-round magazine that it comes with. This is the 17-round magazine that it comes with. Show you the difference of them in the gun here. Okay. I like having that there. Keep the recoil from launching it out of your hands. If you can see, you know, the palm of my hand comes down farther. But this is the magazine I like to use if I'm actually going to carry it. Honestly, I haven't even shot it with the 17 round yet. It's got this little piece, just plastic material, I guess the same material that the actual grip of the gun is made out of. It matches up nicely. I guess as nice as it can and be this type of setup. But you can see, you know, how much bigger it is. You know, the bottom of my hand goes all the way around it. Just kind of give you a view this side. You know, it's basically, how I understand it, is it's the size of the SR9 when you're using this magazine extension. You know, so that's nice. It's nice to, you know, you can use the 17 rounds. Again, I don't really use it because I'm not planning on carrying it with this. So I want to practice with what I would actually carry with, which would be the 10 rounds, so I can get that feel. Beside it, this is a Walther P22. See here. Again, nothing in it, no magazine, no bullets. It's got safety. I like it. Both guns won't fire if your magazine is out. You know, some people are iffy on that. I don't know. I don't really care. It could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. Again, don't care. This is, here you got your 9mm bullet, 22 bullet. Look at the size of these here together. Let's see, this magazine, when it goes in, it just fills in here, so I'm not going to put it in just to show you, but just kind of give you an idea on size. Why don't we put the smaller gun on top here. You know, it's pretty close. You know, if that hammer wasn't cocked back, you know, you can see the distance. It's, you know, 3/4 of an inch longer, a little bit wider. Give you an idea there. Again, P22, SR9c.